Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm in the Performante, of course, looking nice in red. Everybody's been wanting this video, everybody's been wanting me to drive the car, tell you how amazing it is, which it is. I'm just going to spoiler right now, the car is incredible, it's amazing. So if you don't want to watch the rest of the video, please do, because of the ad revenue. Yeah, the car is amazing, so we're going to take it for a little bit of a drive, but I'm actually here at GV at the moment, which you may have seen in previous videos. I'll put them up there. I always point to the wrong side, Blue. Which way is it? I think it's that way.
It's, yeah, on that
it is,
side.
isn't it? Because I always point that way. It's that way. The pick up there, there's going to be a thing of when I bought the McLaren here, I think it was, to do a couple of detailing stuff to it, and I think I also did the Aventador as well. So I'll put the link up there, so make sure that you click that and watch that. But I'm here because I've been tempted to do something to the car. Now, as you would have seen from probably a previous video, the GT RS, you know, is getting wrapped. It's now been dropped off at Yanni's. So is the Clarity. That's also been dropped off to get wrapped all at the same time. So it should be done within the next 2 weeks while I'm away in Kenya. So that's a little bit of an update. Now, about the Performante, I need some help. What do you think I should do to it? I don't want to be one of these people who just does videos of just like, oh, now I'm wrapping this, or I'm adding this, or I'm doing this. I'm not going to do that. I've just had the car for a little bit now. I've been driving it around, and sinfully, I haven't put any PPF or anything on it as well. Now, bear in mind, the car has done over 1,000 miles and since the time that I've had it, which is like 2 months, which is quite a lot of driving, seeing as I have other cars. So I need to kind of protect it in some way. So I was trying to protect it, but also maybe change it slightly. Now, first off, I love the red Rosso Mars color. I don't want to change the color, but could there be some little touches that could be done to it? Now let me show you a little thing that I have done already, which I probably have posted on Instagram somewhere, but I haven't. So if not, follow me on Instagram. Lou's gonna put it here, it's gonna look nice and beautiful. So you can't click it, but go and type in Anishman into Instagram and follow me. So one little touch that I've done at the moment is round here on the side. So this has obviously got like the Italian flag. I wanted to bring it up from down here and make it look kind of good there. And also round the back, follow me, put a little Italian flag as well on the back, which is just a small section here. Like I said, apologies for the car being a little bit dirty. There's always some sort of poo on the car whenever I show it on a video. So I don't know, it's becoming a bit of a tradition, poo on cars. But yeah, things that I should do to this car. Maybe some lines around the diffuser. Do people have any ideas? I mean, toying with the idea of putting something here, but the problem is that what color do I do it? So obviously the car is red. Do I overkill it and put red here? Do I try and put a mix of the Italian flag? I need a little bit of an idea. I just want the car to look a little bit special. And I know that red is not done on this car, and I think there's only 2, maybe 3 in the country that are red as well. But I want to be able to say that the car has my own little bit of touch to it. And to be honest, it's the only car that I haven't done that to. So I need some ideas. Do I change the color of the roof, maybe? I don't want to change the color too much, but do I change the color of the roof? Maybe do the whole section in black and bring it down to here? Do I add like tire writing and stuff like that? Little stuff that's going to be subtle, that's going to make it look good, but I need your help. So please leave it in the comments below. I will try and read all of them, which I do, and then probably we can listen. But let's go and check in what they've got in here, because they've got some pretty cool cars. Let's have a look. So we're inside their showroom now, slash paint shop, studio, service center. They've got everything here. PPF, paint correction, everything. There's ceramic coatings on other cars. They've even got a service center specifically for Italian cars as well. They've had LaFerraris in here and everything. But this is their sales showroom, so apologies for a little bit of a noise, but I'm not going to walk around all the cars because there's too many here. But here on this side here, you've got a ton of Ferraris and one Aston Martin, of course. 360s, F430s, Spiders, everything. Beautiful F12 over here. Let's go and have a look at that, because that is a GT2 RS, which I believe is for sale actually, I think. Check this out up here. Really, really nice colour. GT2 RS speaks for itself. Lucky enough being for a little bit of a ride in the car as well, and let me tell you, they are amazing. Other cool things we've got here is a 675 LT with a crazy wrap colour, which is that over here. It's like a flip paint wrap, flip kind of thing. So from different angles it looks different things. I don't know what you think about that. Cool Aventador actually on this side, Blue. Satin white or satin pearl finish. And I believe that's actually paint, even though it's got PPF on it. Nice matte black roof, not satin. A lot of people don't understand the difference between satin and black. Let's just say that satin has kind of a sheen to it, a bit of a shine. Matte has got a kind of chalkboardish effect as well, so there's that there. Gold wheels on this 675 LT Spider. That does it nice. I don't know what colour this is. It's like a bluey purple.
It's like that midnight purple.
Midnight purple. Wow. So that looks good. Come on round to this side over here, where there is 650S, multiple other McLarens, like a McLaren showroom in here as well. Going around here is a Audi R8, which is quite interesting because if you're following me on Instagram, a good friend of mine, J. Sierra, I've kind of been bugging him to say that he needs to get into some sort of a supercar right now, and that's it. So he needs to buy a supercar. He's got around about 100 grand to play with. So yeah, what do you think he should buy for about 100,000? Let me know in the comments. Should we be buying an R8 because they are about that level? What else do you think is good at 100,000 level? Because J-Pal needs the help. And if you guys let him know in the comments and keep tagging J-Pal Sierra and everything, he'll love it. I'll leave his Instagram on the screen here, J-Pal Sierra over here. So just go and annoy him and tell him to go and buy an R8. Let's really pressure him and get him also struggling in financial debt. Last but not least, I cannot ignore this Lamborghini over here. Forget the Aventadors, forget the Aventador S's, forget the SVs. Check this out. Beautiful. Which I thought was black, and I don't know if it's coming up on camera, but it's like a really, really dark green color, and the interior's also got green as well. It's quite interesting to see these two together because you've got the Gallardo and you've got the Countach next to it as well. How things have changed, how things have evolved. So that's quite cool. Okay, enough of the car showroom. There's probably more they've got in the other place as well, but it's time to go for a drive in the Performante and tell you how good the car actually is. Okay guys, so we're in the Performante now. I need to talk to you about a few things about this car. You know, I want to talk about a little bit of practicality, a little bit about how the ride is, how does it really compare to the previous Huracan, because you guys know I've done a previous video on that as well. So I'm going to put that up there, click up there. That's when Lamborghini gave me a car for a little bit to kind of test out the Huracan with a race exhaust. But first things with this car is, the ride is actually really good. Now surprisingly, even though I've got these uncomfy seats here, the ride is really, really good for something that's essentially a track car. It feels easy to use, if that kind of makes sense, compared to the Aventador, which was very much in your face, everything around you. It feels like there's a lot more space in here. It definitely feels more usable because of course the most important thing is the dual clutch gearbox. It makes such a big difference and it works amazingly, honestly, because you guys know I've got the GT3 RS. It works, maybe not as good, but just as good as the GT3 RS. Love the cockpit in here as well. The heads-up display is basically from like an Audi as well, right? Because we know these are Audi cars anyway. And yeah, just the general drive is really, really enjoyable. I genuinely feel I can take the car wherever I want to take it. There's no real restrictions, unless of course I'm going off-road or something like that. Now, I'm currently in Corsa mode, which is of course the most aggressive. But if I was to put that into Strada, you can kind of just hear the car goes really quiet. Unless I put my foot down quite a bit, it's not too aggressive. You can go around quite quietly, which is good because when I go home in the evenings, I don't want to annoy my neighbors. But as soon as you put it down into sport, it opens up a little bit. The downshifts, you get a little bit of noise on them, and of course the noise opens up. Now I don't hear too much of a difference between sport and Corsa when I'm really giving it, but the real noise you sound is in the downshift, so that's like a downshift noise. When I put it into Corsa, the downshift is really aggressive, it pops, it bangs, and everything's just a little bit more raw. So obviously clear difference there. This is not for a gimmick. The Sport, Corsa and Strada modes are all really, really different settings. That's not too much different. This car doesn't have Ego mode, which was a really good addition to the Aventador S, which was of course I could have it in comfy road while actually having all the aggressive all noise. So this doesn't have that, but to be honest, it's okay because the ride's better anyway. So yeah, we're gonna get it on a few open roads now. I'll show you what the car is really, really about. But that's what it is. It's the cornering, it's the handling, and it's the speed, the power and the torque and the revs, which is where the car really stands out. So, let's go. Right, so the handling of the car is the main thing that I want to talk about why this car is so, so good. Now, I could be recording this bit with a GoPro stuck up there so that, you know, you see me kind of going around the corners and you're like, oh wow, it looks so pretty, and it's probably a better angle. But because Blue's handling the camera, I want you to understand how much the car, if you're sitting on the passenger seat, you actually do move around. So, Blue, we're in a little bit of a tunnel. So I think it's good. Oh, just use is like 5 pounds of fuel. Anyway, as I was saying, handling. So the reason why Blue's filming this and I'm not got it stuck up in a GoPro is, one, because I'm really lazy, and second of all, mainly is because I really want you guys to understand how it feels to be in the corner as if you're the passenger. Okay, so I'm gonna go a little bit around this car and just, this is like not a massive corner, but I'm just gonna go at it at a little bit of speed so you understand how much traction the car has. Okay, so I didn't get up above 50 miles an hour there because we're in a 50-mile-an-hour zone, but the traction is unbelievable. Now, we all know that this set the Nürburgring lap time, which of course now has been beaten already, but the reason why it's done that and why a Lamborghini could do that, and this one in particular, is because of the ALA system. It's nothing new, you guys know about it, ALA, people have talked about it before, but that airflow, keeping the car pressed down to the road in certain areas, and especially in the wing, makes a massive difference. Granted, at slow speeds, going around corners like this, you're not going to feel it as much, but I have put this car to its real tests and pushed it very, very hard, and I will be soon as well, so make sure you're tuned, because I will be going to Italy within the next 2 weeks, where I'll be driving this car and a few others around track. But now we're into a speed unrestricted zone, and just feel this jolt of power that Blue's about to feel. And it's so confident in the car that you just feel that you can do anything. You can put your foot round corners, doesn't matter whether you're exiting the corner, if it's a sharp corner, just putting your foot down, you can do whatever. And then of course as you're coming down, nice little revs. And just to make you understand as well how lightly you can steer with this car, just with kind of your 2 fingers, you can easily place the car like that. Some people say, oh, that makes it too easy. It doesn't, it's not about that. You want to feel like the car, you can do anything with it and push it to its limits. It's not about like, oh, the car's too easy to drive now. But I love the fact that you have that power through the corners, where compared directly with the GT3 RS, you don't have that punch as much. You definitely get it, but in this it's like raw. So like that chucks me back into the seat, properly chucks me back into the seat. So Blue's just readjusting himself because I've made him lose his whole position of where he was filming me. But yeah, and you can feel the little bobbles in the road right now. Bear in mind it is in full like race mode, it's in Corsa. But I love this car, I can't get over how much I love this car. It's totally everything that you want from a Lamborghini in terms of the noise and everything else, but the driving feel that you'll get with like a Porsche, the driving feel you'll get with really good handling cars. I just love that you can put it into Strada mode and you can just put it in automatic. Put it into automatic mode and just drive around, pretty chill. I like that as well. Sound system works really well, all the practical stuff in the car. Hasn't got the biggest boot as we found out, hence why Blue's sitting there with a bag down at his feet. Just really love the car. Show you a little bit more on the open roads now if you get a little bit of speed. Again, let's get the downshift down, put it into Corsa. Of course, it automatically goes into manual mode. We're going into a speed de-restricted zone now, so there's no speed limit. Well, it's country lane. Get down into first gear, really high, foot down. So getting really high up in the revs there. Again, the biggest difference against the GT3 RS is that the GT3 RS allows you to go a little bit further in the revs. But, oh, this one really does pack a punch, it really does. And it can keep up with anything, you can beat a lot of stuff, honestly. If you've got the right person behind the wheel, I'm not the best driver, but if you have the right person behind the wheel, it is, I just can't get over how good it is. I wanted to do a video to try and justify that, and I'm still gonna do something else with the drone and understanding so people can see it going through corners, hopefully have the drone above and do that. So if you wanna see that video, please comment below and let me know. And the other video that you do wanna see is the GT3 RS against this car. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm gonna have this car at the same time as when I pick up the GT3 RS after it's being wrapped, and hopefully that's all gonna be on track. So that could be really special. But yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy this, try this a little bit more clear roads. I just can't get that across on camera. I keep talking about it. I need to shut up. Let's do some more driving. So just stop for a quick second here actually, which is by this kind of green area. Reason being is I didn't realise where I was driving for a second. So I'd left GV obviously in Uxbridge and then came here. Just pulled over because this is actually where I used to catch my bus to school. So this place over here is a little green area where the bus used to stop. It was like a school bus that used to take you. So I used to live probably about 20 minutes from here. I used to leave really early in the morning. I had to be at school, I think it was 8:45 or 8:30. I used to leave 20 minutes from my house, get to here. Bus used to take about an hour to get to school. And then I used to get home and then my mum couldn't pick me up from the stop, so I used to go all the way out towards Uxbridge, wait there, and I think I used to finish the school like 3:45, but I used to get home till 7 every day, because yeah, I didn't go to like a fancy kind of private school or anything like that. It was a grammar school in High Wycombe. So yeah, it's just quite interesting to know that this is where in the morning when it used to be snowing before the school bus, we used to kind of have like school snow fights over here and stuff with everything, or snowball fights, whatever you call them. But now sitting in a Lamborghini, it's a very weird feeling. And I know some friends who still live in here in the area as well, so yeah, sorry for that little interlude. But yeah, back to enjoying and driving the car, but just a nice little kind of reminder. So yeah, okay, back to driving, please. Okay, that's it guys. Here at Lamborghini Service Centre, as you can see, a beautiful selection of Lamborghinis here. Can't show you too much because there are customers' cars, but this is obviously where I picked up the Performante. I unveiled it for the first time, so click up there if you want to see the video. It was good fun. But as I said, done now, so make sure you guys like, subscribe, do all the other bits, but keep peeled for the next video because I'm here, and as you can see, there's some Rolls Royces behind, and I'm checking out replacement 2 the S-Class. See you guys soon. Bye.